Hey guys, in today's video we'll be looking into substituting values into algebraic expressions. So let's look into a few example problems to understand what that means. In a substitution problem, what they will do is they will give you the values of certain variables and ask you to find an unknown variable. So in the first question, they say A equals 2pq plus 3pr. Find A when p equals 7, q equals 5 and r equals minus 2. So you see here that they have given the value of p, q and r. So we know the value of p, we know the value of q, and we also know the value of r. So the only value that we don't know is the value of a. Now because we know the other values, we can now find the value of a by substituting those values into the variables. So let's do the first question. A equals 2pq plus 3pr. In our previous videos, we've learned that 2pq is 2 times p times q. So when you're writing an algebraic term like 2pq, the operation that's really in between these numbers and letters is multiplication. So this is actually 2 times p times q. Now this understanding here will become crucial when we are substituting these values into the expression. So let's go ahead and substitute these values. So a is equals to 2 times the value of p is 7, the value of q is 5, plus 3 times the value of p is 7, the value of r is negative 2. Now if you solve this, this is equals to 2 times 7 times 5, that is 70, plus 3 times 7 times 2, that is negative 42. And finally, we have a equals 70 plus negative 42, that is just saying 70 minus 42, which is 28. All right, now let's try the second question. Y equals 4uv minus 3v. And here they've given the values of u and v. We need to find the value of y. If you want to, you can pause the video to try these questions out by yourself and then resume it to see how it's done. So let's solve this question. Y is equals to 4 times the value of u that they've given is negative 3. Negative 3 times v is 2 minus 3 times v, which is 2. We know that these are all multiplied. So 4 times negative 3 times 2. This is negative 24. And on this side, we have negative 3 times 2, which is negative 6. So y is equals to negative 24, negative 6, which is negative 30. All right, now let's move on to the next question. So the third question says t is equals to 2 square root n. They've given us the value of n and they want us to find the value of t. So t is equals to 2. Again, there is a multiplication here between the number and the square root of 25, because n is equal to 25. And we know the square root of 25 is 5. So t is equals to 2 times 5, which is 10. Okay, we'll go to the next question then. Fourth one is v equals 1 over 3 a h. We know the value of a is 15 and the value of h is 7. We need to find the value of v. So v is equals to 1 over 3 times, that is times there, 15 times 7. This is 35. So the answer is v equals 35. All right, so let's move on to our last question. Fifth one. W equals s minus t divided by r. You know the value of s, the value of t, and the value of r. So all we need to do is substitute the values and then simplify them to find the value of w. So let's do that. S is equals to 5 over 6 minus t is equals to 2/3 divided by 1/2. Let's deal with the numerator first. So I'm going to do that over here. 5 over 6 take away 2 over 3. We cannot subtract fractions with different denominators, so we have to come to a common denominator, and we know the common denominator is 6. So we'll keep this as 6, and I'm going to convert the second fraction also to a denominator 6. Now, in order to convert the second fraction to a denominator 6, I had to multiply this 3 by 2. If I multiply the denominator by 2, I also have to multiply the numerator by 2. Only then it is an equivalent fraction. So this becomes 2 times 2 is 4. This remains as 5 because we didn't change its denominator. So this is basically 5 over 6 minus 4 over 6, which is 1 over 6. So it turns out to be 1 over 6 divided by 1 over 2. Now if you keep the fractions this way, it's going to be confusing because this is a fraction inside a fraction. So to make this look simpler, I'm going to convert this fraction bar into a division sign. So this can be written as 1 over 6 divided by 1 over 2, which is the same as this one. So 1 over 6 divided by 1 over 2. What I've done here is just I have written it in a different way so that it's easy for us to calculate. Okay, now from here we can write this as 1 over 6 and then we can turn this division sign into a multiplication. And if we do that, the following fraction reciprocals, so it becomes upside down. Now you can easily solve this. 1 times 2 is 2, 6 times 1 is 6, this is 2 over 6, or simplified 1/3. So the value of W is 1/3. Hope you understand how substitution works. These exercises are done to give you a familiarity into algebraic expressions and how you substitute values for it. But if you do have any questions or problems involving substitution, you may mention them in the comment below and I'll try my best to respond to them promptly. And also, if you found this video useful, hit the like button and subscribe to get more similar content. See you in the next video.